So fork-like structure is formed. Then what are the terminal ends? This is the 5 prime end, then this is the 3 prime end, and the corresponding to the 3 prime, this is the 5 prime end. Okay. Then these two separated strand, it is kept constant, okay, or it is kept stable till the DNA replication completed. Okay, then for that, the activity of the one enzyme, that is the SSBP, that is single strand binding protein. Okay, so this is the activity of the SSBP enzyme, that is the SSBP. Okay, that is single strand binding protein. This single strand binding protein, they attach near the replication fork and they keep that fork stable. Okay, they keep that fork stable in the sense the nucleotide sequence present over these strands, over this strand, that nucleotide sequence, it will be easily read during the replication. So you have to remember. So this is the function of uh, this the single strand binding protein. Then I will tell you what happened here. One thing, the replicated portion of the DNA, or we have to say the uncoiled portion of DNA or unwind portion of DNA, they create the force or the pressure over the wind portion of DNA. Okay, over the wind portion of DNA. For avoiding these, the one enzyme, they keep that the DNA strand in relaxed form. DNA strand in relaxed form. That enzyme, it is called as the superhelix relaxing enzyme. Okay, so these two strands, they remains as it is, and whatever the force develop by this the unwind portion or the wind portion, that force, it is keep in relaxed form. So the enzyme, which enzyme they take part, that is superhelix relaxing enzyme. The another enzyme, it is the superhelix relaxing enzyme. So superhelix relaxing enzyme, they plays a most important role. Okay. Then what happened further? See in detail. After the activity of the superhelix relaxing enzyme, the further replication process takes place over this separated strand. But before that, what are these strands? See, these are called as the template strands. Okay, template strands. Okay, these are called as the template strands. This template strand, or it is also called as a mold strand. Okay, it is also called as the mold strand. MOULD, mold strand. So mold म्हणजे मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला साचा म्हणतो, बरोबर आहे. म्हणजे आपण जसा साचा तशी मूर्ती, म्हणजे गणपतीचा साचा असेल आणि त्याच्यामध्ये आपण जर शेणामातीचा गोळा किंवा प्लास्टर ऑफ पॅरिसचा गोळा जर भरला, तर तो जर साचा खोलला तर आपल्याला गणपतीची मूर्ती मिळते. तसंच देवीचा साचा असेल आणि त्याच्यामध्ये आपण संबंधित मटेरियल भरलं आणि ते सुकल्यानंतर जर आपण काढलं तर आपल्याला देवीची मूर्ती मिळते. म्हणजे जसा साचा असेल तशी मूर्ती मिळते. तसं याला नाव दिलेलं आहे. दिस इज अ टेम्पलेट स्टँड और मोल्ड स्टँड. Okay, then see, this is also a template strand. Okay, template strand, or it is also called as a mold strand. Okay, template strand or the mold strand. Okay, then this template strand means, what is this? This is the polynucleotide chain, because this is a single strand of DNA. This is a polynucleotide chain. Suppose these are the nucleotides. Okay, these are the nucleotides. You know that. Okay. Suppose, see, you can write or we can take the any nucleotide here. Suppose this is the adenine nucleotide, this is a guanine nucleotide, this is cytosine, this is cytosine, this is cytosine, guanine nucleotide. Then here it is cytosine, thymine nucleotide. Here the guanine, cytosine, thymine and thymine. So these are the nucleotides. In the sense, this is a polynucleotide chain, and you know that on this strand the complementary nucleotides are situated. In the sense, when it is a, then here it is the thymine nucleotide, like this way. Here it is a G guanine nucleotide, then it is a cytosine nucleotide, like this way. This strand, they are having the corresponding complementary nucleotides. Okay, corresponding complementary nucleotides. Then see what happened. The next step, it is most important. During replication, the RNA primer, they first attach to 3' end. Okay, RNA primer. So this is the position of the RNA primer. That RNA primer, okay, RNA primer, they are attached to 3' end. So what is that the RNA primer? That RNA primer, remember, it is the small segment of RNA. It is a small segment of RNA. Remember, in case of the prokaryote, they are 2 to 5 nucleotide in length. Okay, in case of the pro, they are 2 to 5 nucleotide in length, while in case of the eukaryote, they are 2 to 8 nucleotide in length. So RNA primer म्हणजे काय? तर RNA primer म्हणजे RNAचा एक सेगमेंट किंवा RNAचा आपण तुकडा म्हणतो. तो RNAचा जो छोटासा पीस आहे की जो प्रोकॅरियोटमध्ये 2 ते 5 न्यूक्लियोटाइड लांबीचा असतो आणि यूकॅरियोटमध्ये तो 2 ते 8 न्यूक्लियोटाइड लांबीचा असतो. सो यू हॅव टू रिमेंबर. Okay, so this RNA primer, they are attached to 3' end, and then in the presence of that RNA primer, the polymerization, it is continuously takes place towards the direction of replication fork. Okay, towards the direction of replication fork. In the sense, the nucleotide present over the template strand, they attract the complementary nucleotides from the surrounding nucleoplasm. In the sense, we have seen before, in the nucleoplasm, what is ready there? The activated nucleotides. Okay, so this is adenine nucleotide. Then that nucleotide, which nucleotide they attract towards the cell? The thymine nucleotide. Okay, this is a guanine. Which nucleotide they attract from the nucleoplasm? Cytosine nucleotide. Here the cytosine, guanine nucleotide. म्हणजे ह्या टेम्पलेट स्टँडवरचे जे न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स आहेत ते न्यूक्लियोटाइड स्वतःचे कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स हे त्या न्यूक्लियोप्लाझममधून अट्रॅक्ट करतात. बरोबर आहे, इन द प्रेझन्स ऑफ दिस RNA प्रायमर. आणि अशी हे खालून वरती म्हणजे रेप्लिकेशन फोर्कच्या दिशेने न्यू स्ट्रँड तयार होतं. ओके, न्यू स्ट्रँड तयार होतं. परंतु लक्षात घ्या, द न्यू स्ट्रँड हे लगेच तयार होत नाही. फक्त रिस्पेक्टिव्ह न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स हे अट्रॅक्ट होतात आणि त्याच्यानंतर त्याच्यामध्ये असलेला जो फॉस्फोडायस्टर लिंकेज आहे तो फॉस्फोडायस्टर लिंकेज हा कशाच्या प्रेझन्समध्ये तो सिंथसाइज होतो? दे आर सिंथसाइज इन द प्रेझन्स ऑफ दी अनदर एन्झाईम, दॅट इज DNA polymerase. Okay, DNA polymerase enzyme. In the presence of DNA polymerase, there is a formation of the phosphodiester linkage and continuous new strand. It is synthesized toward the direction of replication fork, and that DNA polymerase, they are of the two types. In case of the eukaryote, the DNA polymerase third is used. Okay, DNA polymerase third it is used in case of eukaryote, but in case of the prokaryote, the next DNA polymerase is used, and that DNA polymerase, it is the delta. So that DNA polymerase delta, it is used in case of the prokaryote. So you have to remember this. Student will see this part in detail because the question will be asked in your CET or NEET level. You have to know actually what happened in the DNA replication. So this is the role of DNA polymerase. Now students see, this strand, it is continuously synthesized toward the direction of replication fork. So this strand, it is called as the this strand, it is called as a leading strand. So this is the leading strand. Okay, leading strand. And always remember, the new polymerization, it is always takes place from this 5 prime end to 3 prime end, in the direction of 5 prime end to 3 prime end. Okay, so that strand, it is called as a leading strand, and the strand on which this new strand is synthesized, that strand, it is called as the leading, okay, leading template, okay, template strand. So that strand, it is called as a leading template strand. इथं लक्षात घ्या की ज्या टेम्पलेट स्टँडवरती हे नवीन लीडिंग स्टँड कंटिन्युअसली सिंथेसाइज होतं त्याला म्हटलं जातं लीडिंग टेम्पलेट स्टँड. ओके, देन आता इथे एक लक्षात घ्या की लीडिंग टेम्पलेट स्टँड हे कसं ओळखायचं की ज्याचं फ्री एंड हे 3 प्राइम एंड असतं त्याला म्हणायचं लीडिंग टेम्पलेट स्टँड, की ज्याच्यावरती सुरुवातीला पॉलिमरायझेशन हे कंटिन्युअसली होतं in the direction of 5 prime end to 3 prime end. So this the template strand having the free 3 prime end, that strand is always the leading strand. Okay, that strand is always leading strand. So you have to remember. Then this the new strand synthesis, it is completed in the presence of the DNA polymerase enzyme. Okay, then student, the next one, on the other strand, the DNA replication, it is takes place opposite to the direction of replication fork. Okay, because here it is a free end, it is a 5 prime end, so replication begins from this 3 prime end, because at the 3 prime end it is a binding site of the RNA primer. So the RNA primer, they attach here. So this is the position of the RNA primer. Okay, this is the RNA primer, just like this. Then the new strand, it is synthesized opposite to the direction of replication fork. Okay, but remember here that strand, it is not synthesized continuously, it is synthesized in the form of a fragment. In the form of a fragment. Again, so this is a small fragment. It is followed by the attachment of the RNA primer. Okay, and again in the presence of that, the new strand is synthesized. Then again the RNA primer, the new strand, it is synthesized. Okay, and this new strand, it is synthesized opposite to the direction of replication fork, म्हणजे replication forkच्या exactly opposite direction ने. So such a type of the synthesis, it was observed by the Japanese scientist Okazaki. Okay, it was observed by the Japanese scientist Okazaki. So that strands, that fragments, they are called as the Okazaki fragments. Okay, these are the Okazaki fragments. So for the synthesis of the Okazaki fragments, at each time the RNA primers are required. Okay, RNA primers, they are required. Then what happened? After the completion of the fragment synthesis opposite to the direction of replication fork, again there is an activity of the another enzyme, that is the DNA. Okay, DNA ligase enzyme. Okay, DNA ligase enzyme. So with the help of the DNA ligase enzyme, the broken fragments are joined. Okay, broken fragments, they are joined, and that strand, it become continuous opposite to the direction of replication fork, and then in the presence of just like this DNA polymerase, in the presence of this DNA, okay, DNA polymerase, in the presence of DNA polymerase, the phosphodiester linkage, it is developed among the these selected nucleotides opposite to the direction of replication fork, and continuous strand is formed. But this strand, it is developed opposite to the direction of replication fork. So this strand, हे strand कसा आहे, it is directed towards the replication fork, म्हणून याला leading strand म्हटलं जातं आणि याला म्हटलं जातं lagging strand. लॅगिंग स्ट्रँड, ओके. अँड ज्या टेम्पलेट स्ट्रँडवरती हे तयार होतं त्याला म्हटलं जातं लॅगिंग टेम्पलेट स्ट्रँड, ओके. इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ लॅगिंग टेम्पलेट स्ट्रँड. सो स्टुडंट, आय थिंक यू अंडरस्टँड वेल हाऊ द DNA replication process takes place. How the DNA replication process takes place in case of the eukaryotes. Okay, in case of the eukaryotes, see the one thing, it is most important, the question arises in front of is that इथे DNA replication हे complete झालेलं आहे का? हे जे दोन हे फोर्क कसे फॉर्म झालेले आहेत, हे फोर्क, या फोर्क वरती कंप्लीट DNA replication झालेलं आहे का? तर याचं उत्तर आहे नाही, कारण इथे RNA प्रायमरची अटॅचमेंट आहे आणि RNA प्रायमर हा यूकॅरियोट्समध्ये 2 to 8 न्यूक्लियोटाइड लेंथचा तिथं अटॅच झालेला आहे. इथंही RNA प्रायमर अटॅच झालेला आहे, इथंही RNA प्रायमर, इथंही RNA प्रायमर आहे. आता हा जो RNA प्रायमर आहे, हा RNA प्रायमर रिमूव्ह करून त्या जागी नवीन DNAचं स्ट्रँड इथं फॉर्म व्हावं लागेल आणि मग हे DNA रेप्लिकेशन हे कंप्लीट होईल. तर त्याच्यासाठी दोन एन्झाईम्स आहेत, ते एन्झाईम्स च्या मदतीने हा जो RNA प्रायमर्स आहेत, हे प्रायमर्स रिमूव्ह केले जातात आणि त्याच्याच प्रेझेन्समध्ये न्यू स्ट्रँड सिंथेसाइज केलं जातं. सो what are those enzyme? That enzyme, okay, in case of the eukaryote, the enzyme it is used for the removal of these RNA primers, okay, RNA primers. In case of the eukaryote, okay, in case of eukaryote, the enzyme it is used, it is DNA polymerase alpha, okay, DNA polymerase alpha. So DNA polymerase alpha, it is used in case of eukaryote for removal of the RNA primer. And in case of the prokaryote, okay, in case of the prokaryote, what is used? The DNA polymerase first, okay, DNA polymerase first. So this enzyme, it is used for removal of this RNA primers आणि त्याच्या जागी नवीन DNA स्ट्रँड हे सिंथेसाइज केलं जातं. म्हणजेच ह्या रेप्लिकेशन फोर्कवरती कम्प्लिटली नवीन स्ट्रँड तयार झालेलं दिसतं. ओके, कम्प्लिटली नवीन स्ट्रँड इथे तयार झालेलं तुम्हाला दिसतं. ओके, सो स्टुडंट, नाव after removal of the RNA primer and at that place the new strand is synthesized, then here the DNA replication is completed. Okay, then the DNA replication is completed. Then see student, these two strands, okay, these two strands, it is developed from this parental DNA molecule. Okay, from this parental DNA molecule, means I want to make a statement like this way. The two new daughter DNA molecule, it is formed from the single parent DNA. Okay, single parent DNA. So that DNA, okay, forms the two daughter DNA molecule. Okay, two daughter DNA molecule. Then see towards this two daughter DNA molecule. these two daughter DNA molecule, they are having the one old strand. So this is the one old strand. This is also a old strand. And the another strand, these are the new strand. ओके, म्हणजे एका डी एन एच्या मॉलिक्यूलपासून आपल्याला 2 DNA मॉलिक्यूल्स मिळाले, बरोबर आहे. परंतु ह्या दोन्ही डी एन एच्या मॉलिक्यूलमध्ये एक जुनं स्ट्रँड आहे की ज्याला आपण इंग्लिशमध्ये ओल्ड स्ट्रँड म्हणतो, आणि एक नवं स्ट्रँड आहे. म्हणजे या रेप्लिकेशन प्रोसेसमध्ये 50% डी एन ए हा पूर्वीचा कॉन्झर्व केलेला आहे आणि 50% डी एन ए हा नव्याने तयार केलेला आहे. या डी एन ए रेप्लिकेशनला म्हटलं जातं सेमी कॉन्झर्वेटिव्ह मेथड ऑफ डी एन ए रेप्लिकेशन. याला काय म्हटलं जातं? सेमी कॉन्झर्वेटिव्ह method of DNA replication. Okay, semi conservative method of DNA replication. So student, whatever the replication process we saw here, it was according to the Watson and Crick, but at the end that Watson and Crick they mentioned there they formed 2 new daughter DNA molecule. They are having the half part, it is the old half part, and half part it is newly synthesized, in the sense that DNA molecule they stored the half portion or they conserve the half portion as it is. So such a type of DNA replication, it is called as the semi-conservative method of DNA replication. Then student, after completion of this replication process on this replication fork, then that replication fork they move further till entire DNA gets replicated. So you have to remember, म्हणजे हा replication fork जो आहे तो पुढे पुढे सरकतो कुठपर्यंत की अख्खा DNAचं replication होईपर्यंत तो तिथे पुढे सरकतो. And finally, just after the completion of the DNA replication on the fork, that the one enzyme, the last we have to say the enzyme, that enzyme, what they do there, they forms the double helix, or they maintain the double helix there, and that name of the enzyme, it is DNA gyrase enzyme. Okay, DNA gyrase enzyme, that DNA gyrase enzyme, they maintain the double helix of DNA. When the DNA replication it is completed, it is immediately followed by the activity of this enzyme, and again they maintain the double helix there.
The replication of DNA begins at a sequence of nucleotides called the origin of replication. Helicase unwinds the double-stranded DNA helix, and single-strand binding proteins react with the single-stranded regions of the DNA and stabilize it. DNA polymerase III is the major enzyme involved in DNA replication. DNA polymerase III can only add a nucleotide to the 3' end of a pre-existing chain of nucleotides, and it cannot initiate a nucleotide chain. Therefore, an RNA polymerase, called a primase, constructs an RNA primer, a sequence of about 10 nucleotides complementary to the parent DNA. DNA polymerase III can then add deoxyribonucleotides to synthesize the new complementary strand of DNA. Because the 2 parent strands of DNA are antiparallel, they are oriented in opposite directions and must therefore be elongated by different mechanisms. The leading strand elongates toward the replication fork by adding nucleotides continuously to its growing 3' end. In contrast, the lagging strand, which elongates away from the replication fork, is synthesized discontinuously as a series of short segments called Okazaki fragments. When the DNA polymerase III reaches the RNA primer on the lagging strand, it is replaced by DNA polymerase I, which removes the RNA and replaces it with DNA. DNA ligase then attaches and forms phosphodiester bonds. The DNA is further unwound, new primers are made, and DNA polymerase III jumps ahead to begin synthesizing another Okazaki fragment. For simplicity, DNA polymerase III has been depicted as separate units, one acting on the leading strand and the other acting on the lagging strand. The current view of DNA polymerase III is that the two subunits function together with the DNA on the lagging strand, folding to allow the dimeric DNA polymerase molecule to replicate both strands of the parental DNA duplex simultaneously. Proteins other than DNA polymerase III are not shown.
So student here, we are studied in detail about the DNA replication. So on this, the question will be asked over the entire process of DNA replication. I think you understand well what is meant by the DNA replication and how that DNA gets replicated during the S phase of cell cycle. So student, while writing about the DNA replication, you have to write all those things and you have to draw such a type of the detailed diagram. So student, with this, we will stop at this moment.